What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome to the Sooner Surge on a wonderful Wednesday. In some ways, missed everyone last night. Good to be back, Jay. Good to be have you
Good to be
back
back.
as well. And just thanks for everyone being patient with us as we missed the night. We don't like to miss those, but we are back. I tell you, he's not back. Kaden Cooper. He'll probably go to Duke. I tell you right now, I'm going to start off very upset, Jay, because this is not an overstatement. I'm not using hyperbolic language here. The state of OU basketball program is the worst in its history. That's the first thing, and it's comparable to John Blake football era.
Well,
Tell me I'm
this
wrong, fans,
this
because
has
I'm
been a
not.
just horrible offseason. I mean, and you got guys that leave and go to way better schools. I mean, frustrating.
It's horrible. You did have some good news, as Sooner fan says. I know a lot of people think it's really good news. I was a little shocked that he waited all the way until like an hour before the portal closed. But Gavin Freeman is not a Sooner. He's entered the portal. And I think the biggest takeaway from that, Jay, is there'll be a new punt returner in Norman, Oklahoma.
Well, I think what you can take away from it is the loyalty maybe is being thrown out the window. I think
absolutely good.
And the depth at wide receiver is just, I mean, here's the thing though. Gavin Freeman, when he went to Oklahoma, knew that it would be tough to play. He knew the challenges and all the talent they had there, right? So I wonder why all of a sudden decides to leave. You know what I mean? Because he knew it was going to be a challenge. He knew it.
Yeah, I mean,
here's what I'll say about this. He's going to go somewhere and play, and that's what he needs to do. He's good enough to play somewhere.
Not at a Power 5, in my opinion.
I think he will.
Dalpo says, without loyalty, we have nothing, in my opinion. In some ways, I like loyalty in a lot of things, but I'm talking about playing time. You can't do that. Mez says OU basketball is comparable to BV's 6 and 7 season with Rufus. It's comparable to John Blake era. It's BV. I don't know how they're going to fill the team.
Well, they got a lot to do before the season starts. I mean, they got so many guys that right now their starting 5, Jeremy, would be I don't even know anybody that's played at all. I mean,
Jay, Kaden Cooper. Yeah, Gary asked earlier if he was the guy I said should have been played more. Yeah, Kaden Cooper, as everyone watched, should have played more. He should have played some. How about that? Because he didn't play any, and he gone. One of the best recruits they've had there in the Porter Moses year, he's gone.
Hey, never mind. OU's in great hands. Sooner fans walking on, so be in great shape.
Well, I'm sure you're going to find some way to sugarcoat it and say Porter Moses is doing a heck of a job. So,
no, I'm not. I never said that. Who said that?
I cannot believe, Jay, that more people aren't bashing what's going on at OU right now in basketball.
I think a lot of people are.
I haven't seen it.
Who, Jeremy?
I haven't seen many people bashing it.
See, here's what it is with you. It doesn't matter what happens with OU basketball. You want everybody to bash Porter Moser. I mean,
what?
It's bad. Jeremy, it's
What's
bad.
He done, Jay?
Jeremy, it's bad. They lost Uzan to Houston, Oweh to Kentucky. Cooper's going to go to a big-time school. They lost a lot of guys to big-time schools.
Mars, I'm a big-time. Mars. Entire life. That.
I don't know what's going on with the stream, man. Jeremy, you're a robot. Hang on a second, guys, real quick. Sooner fan says Dominic Williams will commit to Oklahoma. That's what he says. We'll see. Are you back, Jerm? He gone. All right. Moving on. Reset your computer, Jerm. That's right. As everybody says. Hey, it's a new month. It's May. Blake says, I haven't touched a basketball in 3 years, and I shot like Shaq. I bet I could get a scholarship at OU right now. I don't know where they're going to go right now. That's the thing. I mean, who are you going to get? I mean, they got to get this Curry guy out of the portal. Is it Evan Curry or I'm trying to remember his name? But you got to get him. Got to get him.
Can you hear me now?
Can hear you.
I can't reset my computer. I'm on my phone. Yeah, it's going to be May. It is May, and May better show out against OSU. OU's got to sweep that series to win the conference, Jay.
They got a sweep, period. I mean, they just need a sweep.
I think we're going to do a softball live before our normal live tomorrow just to get ramped up for that series. Be on the lookout for that. Jay, yeah, Gavin Freeman's the big news. Dominic Williams is commitment date is when? Tomorrow? What? Yeah, tomorrow. I believe it's tomorrow. For people who think that the loss of Freeman is going to be detrimental, you're kidding yourself. It probably came down to you want Freeman to leave or Petaway, because I'd rather Freeman leave at that point. But I am curious what they're going to do at punt return. I think Des Malone may be the punt returner. Probably Des Malone or Bowen.
Yeah, I think Bowen gets a chance at that. I really do. They got enough guys back there now. They can put him at punt return and see what he's got. You saw what he did in high school.
Hey, don't you think, Jay, that the only shocking thing was how dedicated Gavin Freeman was to being a Sooner?
Yeah, that's the biggest shocking thing to me. And
it's a family tradition.
I believe he had just dropped a new merch line like a couple days before. So it was surprising to me, man. It really was. Not the fact that I do think he's farther down the depth chart than he's been, but it was still kind of surprising.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I mean,
look, I'm not going to sit here and say Freeman sucked at everything.
No, he had his moments.
He had some moments where you went, oh, okay, yeah, that was great. But last year he got the yips returning punts. That's a fact. You can't prove me otherwise. Gavin Freeman had the yips returning punts. He was struggling. I don't think that's false.
Yeah, but you could say the same thing about Farouk.
Not could say, I have said. What are you talking about? Hit the freaking like button. That's correct.
Do you think OU lands Williams tomorrow, Jeremy?
I've been saying they're not going to land him. I have and listen, what is it? It's about, I don't know, 9:40, 9:45 on a Wednesday night. And I'm going to say this. I have a weird feeling that OU's landing him. I don't follow enough OU recruiting. It just hit me about, I don't know, 16 minutes ago. I was sitting there just thinking, wow, what if?
16 minutes ago, right on the nose.
They have hidden this thing. There is no telling what's going to happen because they have kept this thing locked in under the wraps. They've ate and left no crumbs, as kids would say these days. And I got an eerie feeling this could be OU.
Chief,
so it probably won't be.
Probably won't be. Hey, if they land Williams, Jeremy, here's what I'll say. If they land Williams, some of the stuff you've been saying about, and other people have said about OU not paying so much for a certain player would be out the window. Correct?
Yeah.
It would mean that things are changing, right?
I think that would have to be. Bobby thinks LSU lands him based on the offer out to the Grand Valley State defensive tackle. What do you think about that one?
You know, a lot less competition, but the tape looks pretty good. I mean, so
Yeah, he's a 7-figure dude. Nuts on the table. You're absolutely right. He's a 7-figure dude.
Jerem, what about Freeman and Mississippi State? Any chance?
There's a chance.
Any chance Lebby said, "Hey, come
I
on
would
down"?
like to see. I would like to see Freeman stick around this area and go to Tulsa, but
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
the bag rules. That's correct.
yeah, a lot of times it does. A lot of times.
Ron says Missouri or LSU. Man, if Missouri lands him too, if
That'd be a
Missouri
thorn in
lands
the
him,
side.
if Missouri or LSU land him, it's not good.
Hey, I don't know what offer they put out. All I'm saying, Bobby, is if they land this guy, they paid good money for him. Is what I'm saying. You know,
Monty said that. Monty said that Thune said they offered him more than anyone they've ever offered.
Yeah, that's true, Bobby. Would have to sit a year. That's true.
Correct.
Yeah, but we've heard that before, Lori. We've heard that OU would match anything before. So we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see.
Sooner fan. I would change your statement a little here, okay? Sooner fan, I would say don't want a player where money is the only important thing. You change more to only. Hey, you change more to only. I'm with you, but listen, we don't know background stories of some of these kids and families and what's going on.
Well, also, money is an important thing to every college player now. NIL is real. Money is important to everybody.
Yeah, that's why I said as long as it's not the only important thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you're right, Blake. That D line with him and some of the guys they got, that game in Columbia becomes less winnable.
It's already big time swing game. Got to win it. Got to win it.
And you can say the same thing, Jay. If Dominic Williams goes to OU, OU's D line is off the charts.
Yeah, true. That's true.
It's next level, Jay.
It would be the biggest portal guy they've gotten over the 2 years, would it not?
And they've got a mighty good one this year with Deion Burks.
Yeah, but this guy would be different.
And Kenneth, that is the problem. That is the issue that's going to always be out there dangling in front of these guys. If this guy gets paid more than me, and I've proven myself, now the difference in this one, Kenneth, this dude has proven himself. That is the difference.
Yeah, he's different. I mean, he's an unbelievable player. What Okie Long guy? I mean,
add a K and a T, and I'll agree with you. What's happening in the OU basketball program?
I think that's what he means. I think that's what.
No, I think he means baseball because they're struggling too. They got worked over by a bad ORU team.
Bobby says if Williams comes here, we're paying him almost twice than anyone else on the team. How does that affect culture? Well, it's the stuff we've argued about for how many months now, and
it could very well affect.
Said, you don't think BV will do that? That's what you've said, right?
I have said that I don't think he's going to sacrifice. I don't think he would sacrifice culture for that. I've said that.
So if they land him, something gave. Right?
Apparently, Jay.
Am I right?
Yeah, so maybe the more we talk about this, I'm going to agree that we're not going to land him. Because of that. It could create a very, very, very big divide.
We'll see.
And Okie Lawn guy, OU basketball program is in shambles. It hasn't been good since Porter Moser stepped on campus. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care all the people who say that Porter Moser was the best coach they could have gotten at the time. I don't care. It's not been a good thing since he stepped foot on campus. Tell me what's come of it.
They are ranked number 7 this year. How sad is that?
It is very sad that the talking heads ranked them that high. I agree. I did not see this, Jay. Did you?
No, did not.
What did he say, Sooner fan?
Did not see it. Yeah, I'm with you. I think that's a great way to put it, Sooner fan. I like Moser too. I really do. But something just doesn't. Why is everybody leaving? And your good players are going to better schools. I mean, frustrating, say the least. Okie says, time to dismiss Porter.
No, what it's time, Jay, is to wake up, realize that people aren't staying around.
Hey, real quick though, Bobby, isn't this what all OU fans have wanted?
I agree. It causes the divide, Jay.
I agree. I don't know.
Now, let me ask you this, Jay. I'm throwing something out there. Jay, and it's this. And I'll tell you the same thing, and maybe I'd like to get Hunter's take on this as well, but our program's going to start adding incentives. For example, this one way you could do away with this division when guys get paid more. Defense. If we're a top 20 defense, everyone on the defensive side of the ball, you get an extra $15,000. Then you're going to welcome those guys in.
It'd have to be ones that played more snaps, though, right?
But I'm saying, could there be some incentive-based NIL? I think it's out there already. I actually think, and I actually know it's out there already. I already know it's out there. I have an example, and I'm not going to use it.
You get 10 sacks, you get extra bonus, right? Something like that.
It's already out there in the NIL world.
Deion Sanders or what?
No. I can't reveal how I know that.
What are you talking about?
I can't reveal how I know it's already out there in the NIL world. I'm not saying football. I know someone. I have a source that there's incentive based in their NIL package.
At OU?
I didn't say OU, Jay. But if it's at another school, it's going to be at another one.
That wouldn't surprise me, though, that that's happening. Would it for you?
No. Why do you say paywall for someone?
Don't know.
I'm not talking about a paywall. I'm not on any paywalls.
Iowa likes the idea.
Because here's what happens. Jay, if there's 22 guys in the two deep, let's say that are on the defensive side, and we think we're a top 30 defense, but Dominique Williams is going to come in and make us a top 20, and we're all going to get 25 grand. Bring him in. Come on, buddy. Suit on up here. That gets away from the division. No, hey, Blake, I'm not on any insiders. I have a source. When I say I have a source, I personally know someone that competes at the collegiate level, and it's not at OU, but there is an incentive in their package. I just don't want to say that name or that person.
That's fair.
I don't feel right saying that.
Reel them in, baby.
Reel them in. Something fishy going on.
I'm going to ask you again, does OU land Dominique Williams?
I'm still going to say they're going to shock and do it. Brian Cochran says, incentive-based play in sports. Let's print some more money. Welcome to La La Land. Brian, here's my thing. If it's going to happen, what my example was a way that maybe less division on the culture.
Chuck, missed you guys too. Sorry. Had some stuff going on. Just was going to be really late, so decided to cancel. I don't even want to talk about that, Sooner fan. Hey, let's get to trivia. First off, who was April winner, Jerm? Do you know?
Bobby Wiley. Congratulations, Bobby Wiley. You were the April trivia winner. And yesterday did not affect the scores because he won by, I think, 2 or 3 points.
Yeah, and go to Fanstop, fanstop.com. Check them out. Use code SURGE to get 10% off your first 3 months. Here we go at trivia tonight. May 1st. Here we go. What was the last year, this NBA trivia, last year that second round of the playoff did not have LeBron, Durant, or Curry? Last year. LeBron, Durant, or Steph Curry were not in the second round.
Yeah, I don't know, Jay.
I
do know that. I do know that we are not going on strike, Sooner Surgeaholics. We love
there
this.
It is. Bobby starting off strong.
Wow, Bobby.
Starting off strong, 2005.
Jay, we would never go on strike. We love what we do, and
that's right.
We don't do it. We don't do it for any reason except we love it. Period. Point blank. I will say, Jay, that someone had a comment. I believe it was before the trivia. Roscoe says free agent football, just buy a championship. Yeah, it's probably not out of the realm.
Good.
Do you guys think it's an NIL issue or internal staff issue causing guys to leave the basketball program? I asked this in the Discord for all those who are on the Discord and Sooner Surge Unlimited members earlier. I know Bobby thought that it's more of a Moser issue. I think it could be both. I think Hunter disagrees with me on the NIL. I know Jay does too. Jay thinks guys are getting paid very well to play basketball at OU. I just don't.
No, I did not say that.
200,000 is very well.
No, you mentioned one guy. I said they're probably getting paid pretty good. I didn't mention the whole program.
If one guy is getting $200,000 to play basketball at OU, I think the NIL.
They're not getting what other schools are getting, though.
I didn't say they are, Jay. I just said it's good.
Promise you.
And here's what I would say, Okie Lawn guy. I like to base my stuff on evidence. I know people will say bull crap. I do. I like to base my stuff on evidence. NIL was not here last year as much. The year before as well. Porter Moser hadn't been able to keep anyone at Norman. Jalen Hill didn't stay there. Elijah Harkless didn't stay there. Emoja Gibson didn't stay there. Alton didn't stay. I mean, keep going.
I do think the
Bijan Cortez didn't stay. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know if it's bad coaching as much as it is. They just don't like running his scheme. And someone mentioned earlier, Jay, about how this is bad for society. I 100% agree with you. I'm a school teacher, okay? I see people every day talk about how much money people are making. It is absurd. This is a fact. All athletes are overpaid, Jay. That's a fact in the grand scheme of things. But when you got revenue and other things, I guess they're not. But the amount of money people are getting paid these days in sports is unbelievable.
You know, the Kaden Cooper thing, I think he was probably waiting around to see who was going to come in from the portal. And they didn't get anybody. He said, bye-bye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. They didn't get any of the OK Prep guys. None of them.
Chief, thanks so much for the super.
Chief.
Hey, we really appreciate that, Chief. Chief says, to me, the object should be to do whatever it takes to get them on campus with NIL. Then the head coach has to manage the egos. That's why head coaches get paid a lot. That is a good point. So what Chief is saying is, let there be a culture divide. If that happens, that's on the head coach. He's got to mesh these guys together. That's a good point.
Yeah, but hey, you have to change. You have to change, man. That's just the way it is these days. You know?
I don't think he's old school at all. He's old school in maybe the system that he runs. But he is definitely a player's coach as far as relationship, it seems like. He's with the times. He knows all the lingo. Hey, they can't nuts on the table. They can't. They have to pay a buyout. Fact. Will they win the SEC? The women might.
Look at Ron. Look at Ron. This is bad going to the SEC, though. That's the bad thing about it. You're just not good. Not a good look.
Nope.
At all.
Not a good look at all, Jay. Any other surprises that were you surprised Freeman was the only other one that hit the portal? I am.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
What a year for OU football, honestly. You don't lose much, and you get very, 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 very good guys out of the portal.
Yeah. Football was good. Basketball, bad. Bad. Real bad.
Bad's not even the word, Jay. Don't apologize, Chester. We missed last night, but we've just been talking about Gavin Freeman leaving and the Sooner basketball program being in shambles, comparing it to the John Blake years.
What about the other Hatchet guy? Nothing.
He wouldn't be. To me, he's not going to come right now. He may, maybe in the fall or something if he was going to come.
No, hey, I don't see this happening, man. I don't. You didn't get any of the local guys out of the portal. Now, the Forsyth kid's a big deal for Oklahoma. So that would be
Could be. And Jay, Jimmy brings up a phenomenal point that has to be addressed. Listen, if we're just going to say it's all Moser and not give any of the blame on Joe C, then that's bad of us. Joe C is the AD. He gets paid big bucks, but I think he's probably looking at it at a financial standpoint and saying, we can't pay this buyout.
Does OU make the tournament next year? Any chance?
Well, if they land 4 or 5 good dudes, maybe. But, Jay, they didn't make the tournament with the guys they had, okay? They are in a weaker conference. Roscoe says money changes things, like a kid's attitude, maybe.
Okay. It was weird, man. It was weird. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
The timing of it, odd.
I agree. What happened between spring game and last night? What happened between 3 days ago and last night? That has to be asked. You can't tell me Gavin Freeman didn't know he was hitting the portal, or did something just happen? That's strange.
I don't want to speculate.
I'm not going to speculate either.
Good for him if he wants to go somewhere and play. I get it, man.
Yeah, agreed. Massive softball series, though, this weekend, Jay. You have to sweep Bedlam. Have to, must, cannot not.
He's really good. But that's a lot to ask.
I like him a lot. I just don't know first year if we can expect that much. Yeah, is he going to be like a Trey Young his freshman year? I don't see it. Trey Young was special as a freshman.
Yeah, who knows on that, Senior fan. Bobby dropping some Colby Siller stuff, he thinks, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, Haynes is the. No, Ron, it won't be easy. It will not be easy because this is the number 4 team in America. And they do have to go 3-0 or they do not win the league.
I agree. Oh, definitely, Okie Lawn. Definitely. Not even consideration.
For sure, Jay. I've said it the last 3 years, I believe. Every year he's been there, I've said it. Every single year. Freeman found out about some recruits we don't know about yet, is what Kim says. I mean, Freeman wasn't going to play this year, guys.
He would have got some snaps.
Over who?
He would have got some snaps.
Let me repeat. Over whom?
I don't know, Jerm. I'm just
name a guy, Jay.
Petaway. He did last year. Why did he last year? Why?
I'm going to tell you why, Jay.
Why?
The first year he played, he made an amazing run on his first catch, and they thought, this guy's unbelievable. He's Wes Welker. And they trusted him. And maybe it was a Levy thing. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Are you forgetting who the receiver coach was, Jay?
Emmett Jones?
No, the other year.
Washington?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, last year, how much receiver did he play, Jay?
Not a whole lot.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're deep. They're deep at receiver, man.
He didn't
I'm
get
not
on the
gonna
field
argue
as a
that.
receiver
I'm not
much.
arguing that.
I would love to see him at TU.
That'd be a good offense for him.
Yeah, he wouldn't have had snaps. Would not have had snaps. Hey, we missed everyone last night. It was good to be back tonight. I want to thank Chief T-Bird for the super tonight.
Appreciate it. Big time.
Again, the big news, Gavin Freeman hit the portal. And Kaden Cooper hits the portal on the basketball team, and they're in shambles. Something needs to change. Big news is Dominique Williams coming soon. We'll have a lot to talk about tomorrow night, I promise you, on the Dominique Williams stuff, Jay.
Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow where he's going to end up, if it's going to be at Oklahoma or not, and we'll talk about it tomorrow night.
And there's a chance we are on maybe a little early tomorrow for a little softball only before we come to our regular live. But that'll be on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, Garrison went to Kentucky.
He's with Owe.
Without visiting, just went.
Never visited there, just said I'm going there.
Yeah.
Drop the bag. That's what happened. Thanks, everyone. It was great to be back on a Wednesday night. I hope you've had a wonderful Wednesday, and tomorrow you have a terrific Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow night. Boomer.
Dinner.